It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Luck, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. Alright, it's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. A week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Bo Black, what's good? What's good?
Good morning. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese experience. You already know, baby. We're going to chop up these hot topics, dish the dirt, and serve it to you raw. I am Miss Lissa. You see Lady Luck, the legend. Babs Bunny, the legend. First lady of the streets, gang. It's time for your favorite dish.
Yo, who's saying? I hope I said it right. It's going crazy at Lucky Church. Miss Leon. I hope I said that right. And Sure Sexy, always showing love every single show. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for the putting the money up. Leash was good.
Thank y'all for the support all the time. Y'all already know the vibes. Yes, the BEC show.
And today we have a guest. Her name is Ashley Fox. So whenever Ashley's in the building, make yourself known. And if you are a part of the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese experience every day, we love you and continue to share the live, share the love. We love the badges. And don't forget to follow our Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Instagram page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And while you're there, the First Lady of the Streets has new battles dropping each and every day. It's the Queen of the Ring. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to that channel as well. Lady Luck, what's going on with the sales on luckysenterprise.com? What do y'all have going on? Any specials?
Well, you know, it's the top of the year. I got really lazy after Thanksgiving. So but we back on point. We selling crowns, lucky crowns. We have a bunch of those. We sending those out to our influencers. Lucky CBD still popping. You know what I'm saying? I got the Lucky CBD. That's all I roll up. And right now, like I told you, Lucky Punch, we are in the midst of going powder. Pause. I don't know if that's a pause, but so you can have 75 minerals and nutrients in one shot. So you don't got to take mad vitamins on your shelf. I'm going to have everything in one little scoop for you. We're going to send you with that 16-ounce bottle, and everything you need is going to be right there. Lucky Sounds. I'm looking for music right now. We have a great show, really huge show right now. Pause. I'm looking for pop music, EDM music. I'm always looking for music. So I would suggest that you guys get in touch with us. All the information is on our page. It's a black and white video. The only video I'm not wearing a hat. And, you know, let's get this money.
Let's get this money. And you can support MissLissaKnows.com as well. I have sweatsuits, glasses, hats, you name it. More information about me, Miss Lissa Knows. Black women doing black things, supporting each other. You already know. Uncle Snoop already told you, baby. Izzle Kizzle. It's the BEC Shizzle. Okay, we off the hizzle for Rizzle.
We off the hizzle for Rizzle.
We
and
off the hizzle for Rizzle.
For anybody who's looking to be an intern or know somebody who wants to be an intern, I need an intern. I need an assistant. Please holler at me, okay? Let's make something happen. You don't have to do it for free. I have a couple of dollars for you because it will be some work, okay? I could give you a couple of dollars and some crab cakes here and there and some crab legs and shit, but, you know, and some experience. So
it's the crab legs for me.
Fire.
You definitely going to eat good when you with Babs Bunny, and make sure you are efficient. Experience is a must. Like, I mean, for the interns, yes, but if you're trying to be her assistant, experience is a must. Now, if you're coming in as an intern, coming ready to work, you have to be a team player. Please be punctual. Don't be a yes man because you're going to get fired. Yes, man, you will. And make sure that you understand who you are working for. Before you try to work with anybody, please Google. Do your Googles, okay? Understand the person that is being bestowed upon you and the opportunities that you are being given by just Googling. You just never know. Sometimes you brush people off and you just never know.
Just never know. Shout out Bo Black, I love you too. And for those who's asking, you do not have to live where I live. You do not. Because a lot of things now are being done online. You just need to know how to send out a good email. You know what I'm saying? You need to know how to answer a call. You need to know how to talk. You need to know, you need to be about your business, and you need to be about Babs Bunny, okay? Because when I win, you win, we win. You know what I'm talking about? There you go.
Exactly, okay? And don't forget that we also are looking for entertainment enthusiasts for the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese show as well. So get into the DMs.
Also, you got to be open to travel, because even though we don't live in the same state, sometimes I'm going to need you to be where I'm at. And so if you don't have a babysitter, that's a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So all of the baby mothers, all of the wives, all of the baby daddies, make sure your babysitter is locked in. Okay? There you go.
You heard. Okay? So, again, we do have a guest today. Her name is, Ashley Fox. So whenever Ashley pops in the building, we're going to have her join us to chop up these topics. And a little later, we're going to talk about generational wealth and how we're going to build it by learning together. How can we teach what we don't know? So we're going to get some tips from our financial advisor a little later. Now, let's get into the menu. Are you ready? We're going to chop up these hot topics, dish this dirt, serving it to you raw, and in the
what happened?
engagements, we need badges. We need you to get noticed.
That Wi-Fi
Alive
serving
and
it raw.
sharing.
What's going on?
Huh? Okay.
You broke up for a minute. Your Wi-Fi was like, what smoke?
I don't know. Share the live and share the love. So I guess she's gonna cut out and come right back. But yeah, so Brooklyn Babs, what's going on with you?
Everything's going on positive things and not negative things, because you know the negative could always, overwhelm us. And our brains are so powerful. Let me tell you guys, our brains are so powerful. And so you have to tell your brain, good looking, it's trying to let you know all the negative things. It's trying to tell you ahead of time what might happen, what people might say. But then you got to tell your brain, good looking out, but I'm a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make it happen.
The
I'm
crazy
going to go.
thing. I was watching a show last night called The Year 1 Million, and it's on I think Discovery Channel. I think one of those. And it tells you about what people can expect in the year 1 million. It's like not the year 1 million, but what the future's gonna look like. Like this girl had died in the beginning, and the machine was like, "Yo." And then once you save your daughter's consciousness, basically you could reload her into a whole new avatar and put her mind in there, so she comes back as a whole new robot, as a whole new everything. And so in the year, I was telling my shorty, I was like, yo, in the future, like I'm not gonna grow old. I'm gonna take my consciousness and put it into another body. So like I'm never gonna die. That's the plan right now, to get as rich as possible, and then.
Well, I plan on, continuing to be great.
It dropped for me and said, thank you for joining.
So why don't you come back on?
I'm coming back and it's not letting me see nothing. I don't see no live nothing.
All right, so should I end the live now because it's fucked up the audio and everything? All right, can y'all hear me now? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah, because I don't know what that was there. But anyway, yeah, so in the year 1 million, you know, basically you just go, you put your consciousness into something else. So I'm never gonna die. I don't know if y'all ever seen that, like the show The 100, or they have it's another show, I forgot what it was called, but basically you put your memory, your consciousness into a slip, boom, put it into another body, and then there you go.
I'm already doing that with my son. Okay? I'm putting my consciousness and my wisdom into another body. I birthed it. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
I'm teaching him all of the things that I know. And so, you know, I'm working hard to leave him something, to leave a legacy for him. And so he could pass it on to my grandchildren, and my grandchildren could give it to my great grandchildren. And that's how I plan on living forever.
No, it was Black Box Whisper show that my brother-in-law know the name of the show. What's going on, Nick? Yo, shout out Album Studies every show. Shout out to Nicole. You know,
what
Nick,
happened to my, like, I thought we lost the live. Like,
Nah. Nicole, she's the first person that took me to the studio, believed in Young Luck and all that. So shout out to my cousin Nicole in the comments, and she's a #1 chef. She be killing that. So you know what I mean?
Well, sorry, I'm so sorry. You ladies were holding it down. I don't know what's going on with my connection.
Nah.
What you said?
Nah, burn that hard drive.
I don't know what happened. It told me thank you for joining the live. Like, I thought it was gone. So, yeah. So we have.
Damn, B. Niggas ain't trying to let my girl be great today.
I'm coming against
this Wi-Fi situation. We coming against this Wi-Fi situation because we are stronger than the Wi-Fi. We can fix the Wi-Fi. How high? When we get high, then that's Wi-Fi. Whatever, nigga. Come on, let's get it together, boo.
All right. So let's just hop into some of the topics that Lissa brought in. All right, we're gonna bring her back. But one of the things that I wanted to discuss, I don't know if you guys follow me or anything like that. I mean, what I'm supposed to do? I don't know if y'all follow me or anything like that. But if you do, on my page, I had definitely just put up a video of the new mayor, Eric Adams, and how he feels about what's going on with your children at home. So he feels like as though you need to check your kids' book bags, and I'm just gonna let y'all see it. Just tell me what you think. Shit, if I can find the motherfucker. Here we go. Where I put the video? Oh, here you go.
Jury box, but if you look through it closely, you don't know what your child may be hiding. For instance, a gun could be hidden, a small caliber weapon could be hidden inside a jewelry box. What exactly is your child carrying in addition to a book? Something simple as a crack pipe. Out of picture frame, you can find bullets. What does that mean? Find bullets? Does it mean your child is carrying a gun? No. Where there's smoke, there's possible fire. Where there's a bullet, there's possibly a gun. Feel around and see what's the possibility. Something simple as a baby doll. Could be just a baby doll, but also it could be a place where you can secrete or hide drugs. Run your hands over it and see if you feel anything that's unusual.
Yo, your man is wilding out. But I took the advice. I went upstairs and I grabbed my nephews. I said, "Give me your book bags." So they're like, "What for what?" I said, "I'm looking for a crack pipe." And my nephew said, "I don't smoke crack anymore." So I found out that the kids are not smoking crack anymore. So at least
But did you look in the jury box, in the toy box for guns?
No, see, I think
he said to look everywhere.
He's going old school with it. What I think that we need to start doing is looking in the kids' search engines. That's what's going on. And we look what they're watching on the TikTok. We need to see what their history is on their pages. Mm-hmm. I definitely don't think any of the kids. He said use crack pipe, which means that the child was already in it. You know, I crack era. I didn't smoke no crack.
A fucking crackhead. Listen. I'm all for looking through your kids' stuff. I think that it's very important to look through your kids' things. There's no such thing as, they need privacy when they washing their ass, they going to the bathroom. you know, shit like that. But other than that, I'm all through your shit. I'm through your book bag. I'm through your dresser drawers. You got a diary. I'm up in that shit. I don't care. You got a lock on that shit, bitch. The lock's getting popped. Okay? As long as you up in my crib, I'm all in everything.
I respect that.
I need to know what's going on.
They said it's are the kids gangbangers or are they crackheads? Because you can't. I ain't never seen a gangbanging crackhead. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm gonna say that because a lot of the times my parents didn't go through my stuff.
My mom,
you know, and and they should have. Let me say that they should have went through all my stuff.
You had the crack pipe, Babs?
Nah, I didn't have the crack pipe, but I had the crack, baby. I had the crack.
Now, who was it for? Like, was you doing the crack or was you doing the crack?
I never did crack because you got to remember, I was on my Whitney Houston wave. Crack is whack. You know what I'm talking about? And so we didn't do that. Like, it was a lot of, you know, disclaimers about crack. I missed that. You know what I mean? My choice of drug was marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So that was my choice of drug.
I just smoked crack. Shout out to my best friend Joy in the comments. It's her birthday today, so shout out.
Happy birthday, Joy!
All right, happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, Joy.
Me and her never smoked crack together either. We just didn't want to smoke crack together. What else we got?
Well, speaking of joy, normally you get joy when you are in the church, except if you are having a problem with a man by the name of Marcus. Marcus, don't play, okay? He gonna bring the hands instead of the joy to the church. Let's take a look.
In the East, and we have come listen, stop.
Marcus.
Now, Marcus. Are in the East. And
Marcus is not playing. Would you fight in church? Are there no rules when on site is proclaimed? When you say this is the declaration that this is on site, does that mean in the house of the Lord?
Shout out to Dara. That's not the only video people fighting in church. I saw another video where people were fighting in the background in church. I guess that's the new thing. You know, people been in the house so long, and the pandemic is really getting to people's heads, because I ain't never seen nobody fight in church. They be fighting the devil in church, you know, exorcism. I never seen nobody, you know, shoot the fair one in church.
I saw a woman slap a man in church one time. But she was like possessed. Like she was like, she just jumped up. It was at, we don't call it Bible study at First Corinthians Baptist Church. It was called Tuesday night teaching. And it was Tuesday night teaching. And she stood up and started screaming. And this man stood up to try to help her. And she slapped him, and he didn't know her. Like, it wasn't even like her baby daddy or anything. And I was like, what? And she was like, no. And the next you know, she realized what was happening, and she just started crying like, and then the church, because you know, at First Corinthians Baptist Church, we don't do that. So they hugged her. You know, they brought her close. But I did see somebody get smacked in church one time.
Wow. Well, okay.
It wasn't Marcus, though.
I wish it was incidents like this in my church. I grew up in the church. You know, I was in
the worst.
Listen, I had to go. My grandfather was the head deacon. My grandmother was the deaconess. My grandfather had keys to the church. That's how real it was, okay? And so I had to do Bible study. I had to do Sunday school. I was in the choir. I was an usher, you know, and they put me under the water. They baptized me. They almost killed me, and they dumped me in that pool. And so for me, I went to the First Baptist Church of Brownsville. Shout out to Brownsville, Brooklyn, okay? And Reverend Lyons, that was his name. And at the end of the day, anybody that go to Baptist church know that shit is mad long. You in there from early in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you still got to go eat because they done made chicken and cornbread and cakes and shit. And so I used to try to get away. I would go in the bathroom, and then I couldn't get away because they had speakers in the bathroom, and I used to be in the bathroom holding my ears like, oh my God, man, I can't get away from it. And so if it was things like that happening in my church, I would have never went to the bathroom. It would have been up. It would have been lit. And so that's all I'm saying. You know, I wish things like that happened in my church. Would I do something like that in the church? No. Even if I said it's on site, then I'm going to have to see you outside in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You're not going to do this in the church.
Some things have to be off limits. Like, I know, I remember a time where if somebody was with their grandmother or had their kids, like, you would have enough, you know, decorum to say, you know what, it's not the time, it's not the place, not today. But it's like the kids, it's between the mumble rap and the lean, like, y'all just losing the value of what it is to be a human being. Like, it's bigger than that. Like, it's not really on site if it's in church. I got to calm down. You're going to be in hell, like Bab said. Now, speaking of being in hell, some say that dating a Kardashian is like being in hell, but right now the Kardashians are going through hell. Kim Kardashian was dating Pete, what's that baby name? Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson. Now, if Pete Davidson didn't start on Wildin' Out, and Wildin' Out is owned by Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon gave Nick Cannon to Kim Kardashian. Now she out here running around with Pete Davidson, but Pete Davidson was hanging out with the culprit, the lead suspect in the case against Megan Thee Stallion's foot and Tory Lanez, that we don't never talk about. The key component is a white woman by the name of Miley Cyrus. And Miley Cyrus then started some stuff again, because on New Year's, instead of Kim Kardashian kissing her new man, he was out here hanging out with Miley Cyrus. So Miley Cyrus, baby, we on to you. And Kim Kardashian unfollowed him. And then her sister, baby, she's feeling it too, because her man had to issue an apology for doing to her what she deserved. What she did to his first baby mama got done to her. Jordan, God got you. Not Jordan Woods, Jordan Tristan, first baby mother. The one who you did dirty is now laughing the last laugh because Khloe Kardashian, a new family member, is in town. You a stepmother. Ladies, weigh in. How do y'all feel?
What today when the tables are turned? Hey, what's the day when the tables are turned? What? Some tables done turned. And even though I don't wish a broken heart on nobody, because that is pain. Well, some people I wish a broken heart on, like, you know, there is. But it's painful. And at the end of the day, you know, karma is real. And you got to know what you're getting into. And I don't know what she expected from this man. He's not ready. And, you know, he needs to stop lying and just keep it a stack. Like, look, I'm not ready to settle down. I love you because I believe he loved her. I believe he do love her. I believe he loved her, and I believe that he loves his daughter, but I don't believe that he wants to be in a monogamous relationship. No, he don't.
It's hard when you look that good and you got that much money and you hot in these streets. You know, it's hard to stay faithful. I'm just keeping it real. He's a good looking man. He likes to have a good time. Khloe, I don't know. He don't know what you gonna look like when he come home, because every time we see you in a new picture, every couple months, you look different. You know, so that's one thing. Now, I wanted to get with the Kim situation. Okay. Now, Kim, you didn't have as much swag as you do now before Kanye. There was even an episode where Kanye threw all your clothes out. Kanye made you dope who you are. Not saying he made you who you are, because Ray J did that. But what I'm simply saying is your style, your swag, you know, everybody liking the way you dress now. Kanye did that on national television. And what you did is what my ex did. You thought that the anointing was yours. You thought, because you was living under the anointing, you thought the anointing was yours. And then as soon as you left, we all saw how corny you was, because look who you chose to go public with. Okay? Pete Davidson, he looks like Beetlejuice. Okay? I'm not here to diss him. He's a funny guy. But Kim Kardashian, you don't go from Kanye West and then you publicly show this man you wearing the same pajamas with him in the picture with your mother. Now, I heard he's slinging something big. But you know, outside of that, there's plenty big things out here, Kim.
And he's from Staten Island.
Yeah, I was about to say Staten Island. People from Staten Island don't even go to Staten Island. People who live in Staten Island don't even be in Staten Island. You went to the movie theaters in Staten Island. That's like, I'm sorry for anybody who's in Staten Island. I love y'all, but that is like the toilet bowl of New York City. They don't even claim it. They say 5 boroughs. Everybody forgets about Staten Island. And then
only Wu-Tang. We love Wu-Tang, but yeah, even they not out here. They don't even own no property out here.
They go Shaolin Island. They got
they don't even call it that.
Okay. They don't even go back. They
It's
don't.
Shaolin. That's not no Staten Island. They from Shaolin.
They
They
from
not.
Shaolin.
They from Shaolin.
I wish I had the sound effect. Overflow, get me that sound effect for the next show. Congratulations.
They from Shaolin. Okay.
So now if that man went and spent a holiday with him and Miley Cyrus, and they look like a better couple than you and him anyway, you played yourself. So now you got to sit home and cry. You know that meme they got of her crying? That's what you got to do, because we all see you. And we all saw Kanye having good threesomes down in Miami.
And he was out here hanging out with Nori and Nori's wife and his new boo, Julia Fox. So Kanye not even thinking about you. He on to the new gold digger. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Okay?
Now, not saying he's happy, because you know 1,000 bitches is one. Which you know the quote: one girl is worth 1,000 bitches. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if he's just trying to heal the hole in his heart as well. We don't know if we're watching them both be stupid and they need to be back together, because that happens in relationships too. But
well,
either way,
Kanye told us. He said 18 years. 18 years. She got one of your kids, got you for 18 years. Kim got 4. So they gonna be around each other and they still gonna have sex. And we already know that they're gonna pop out later on back together, and it's gonna be different.
He bought the house across the street.
Exactly, because 18 years. He got one. Okay, he knows somebody paying child support for one of his kids, and he right next door to him. Okay, so Kanye, he put all of this. He been manifested this. We already knew what was going to happen. So best of luck to you, Kim. This is the last time we probably gonna talk about you, because you're falling off, baby.
You're falling off.
You're falling off.
We wasn't really fans. Let's get a man's perspective on what's happening. We wasn't really fans. Yo, Young Chop Beats, we got to get you on the show, man. We're going to DM you, man, and bring you up. What's Kanye sign again? Here, Gemini. We got Lotto in the building.
What's good?
What up? It's good.
What's going on?
Lotto, what is your take on Kim moving on with another man and this whole mess that they got going on? He spent the New Year's with somebody else, and she unfollowed Miley Cyrus like it's her fault. Miley Cyrus.
I couldn't hear you say one more time. I don't know why it went so low when I picked up.
Miley Cyrus wore a mullet. I'm never going to date a woman who had on a mullet. But Pete Davidson dissed Kim Kardashian and spent New Year's with Miley Cyrus. They did some stuff. How do you feel about that?
Hey, man, them people business. If you want to get down, baby.
Lotto, okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Lotto.
Again, we are so thankful for all our supporters. Share the love, share the live. This is the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese experience. You already know we're going to keep chopping up these hot topics, dishing this dirt. What's good, Lady Luck? What you was going to say?
We got a lot of requests in here. If these guys just really make me nervous, can I just? All right, I don't know. These guys in here make me nervous.
Let us know if our guest ever does pop up. So our guest today is Ashley Fox, because we're going to still talk about this financial freedom that we want to provide for ourselves and our families in 2022. But she's a finance expert, so we would love to have her join if and when she is ready. Now, Waka Flocka says, under no circumstance should a man ever put his hands on a woman. And now we already knew this, but sometimes you need to hear it from the mouths of a celebrity. So he said, even when Tammy's getting on his last goddamn nerves, that's not what he's gonna do to her. Okay.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I swear to God, man. I wish I could just like catch beat girls up, bro. Y'all some man putting your hands on women. I don't give a what the scenario is, man. I don't give a you are lame.
You get the drift. How do y'all ladies feel? Because I know that one thing they do say is that in same-sex relationships, it seems to be a lot of domestic violence, because it's like, okay, this bitch talking shit, I'm gonna smack the shit out of her. Or it's like, he talking crazy, I could take him, and then there's a lot of fighting. So how do y'all feel? Hi, and welcome to the show. How do you feel?
Welcome our guest, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
What's up,
Hey, guys.
Ashley. Welcome. Well, before we get into the topic, quick introduction. So Ashley, she is a woman who is from Philly, She's a graduate of Howard University. She is the magna cum laude of her class, graduated at the top of her class. She went from working on Wall Street to now helping people find financial freedom. Welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hey, ladies.
Welcome.
Now, before we get into that, how do you feel about bitches getting beat up?
Okay, no, wait, can I go right quick, Ashley, because you're smiling. I'm on fire. Barry, first of all, I don't know where you're getting your statistics talking about the #1 violent relationship.
I didn't say
Barry,
#1. I said they say in.
No, Barry said it. Barry said it in the comments, and I'm just saying, if Barry wasn't my cousin and I was in a relationship with him, I'd be beating his ass every day. That's what I'm simply saying. So, Barry, I want to beat your ass. First of all, it is not the most violent relationship, but girls do, like, you know, they tend, because I'm a girl, you a girl, we gonna fight. But I'm gonna tell you something. So when I was younger, right, my first 2 girlfriends, you know, we used to scrap. I'm talking about when I was like 21, 22, we used to scrap. Then I got into a relationship for 8 years, and she was African, and I tried to bring that same energy there, and she beat my ass one day. So then I had to learn how to communicate, and that was the last time that I ever got violent in a relationship. So now I know how to communicate my feelings, because she broke a mirror over my back and everything. You know what? There's got to be a better way. Got to be a better way. So I learned to communicate now my feelings.
That's beautiful. See how Africans will teach you. That was the ancestors using her to teach you a lesson. Now you know how to keep your hands to yourself.
I got an ass whooping from the motherland, you know. And I said, all right. I was there. Shut up, guy. How do you, Ashley?
I'm not with any violence at all. I think we all need peace. We need love. We need healing. But no, I'm not. I don't even want to get involved. It's not even my temperature. Absolutely not. Not in support of it at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Unless you.
Yeah. I'm not with the smoke either. I don't want that type of drama. If I gotta fight you, then I gotta good night you, and that means I can't be with you. You know what I'm saying?
I can't like you.
I can't like you. You feel me? That's it.
No, you're absolutely right.
I want to talk to you ladies about a new term. It's called pansexual. So that just means that you're not attracted to gender. You're attracted to energy. So you might like a guy, you might like a girl, you might like a dog licking on your face. So now in this next clip, it's on a podcast called Hard or Soft, that a pansexual man talks about a talent that he has. And I'm thinking maybe Babs, you might need him on your show. Let's go to this quick clip.
Yes. After I took a shower, I didn't think nothing of it. My dick fell in my mouth. Real talk.
Nah, what?
Stop. Yeah, I was bent
Stop.
over.
That one went by me quick. Stop.
I'm fucking dead.
Stop.
What?
Everybody in this room, our assistant fell to the floor.
What?
Stop.
My phone is not unfollow. So a chicken suck your dick from the back. Yeah, your shit'll go back that way. Yeah.
So,
because actually, so mine curves down. So so that's how I knew I could fuck myself in the ass. One day,
Wait,
I was talking shit.
Wait.
It was last year.
I'm trying to tell you, wait.
What is this?
I said, I can fuck myself and suck my own dick. How much you trying to pay me? I paid $5.
Wait. Ashley, look at Ashley's face though. Ashley is not amused.
I was stressing one day.
We sorry, Ashley. We gonna get to you. We was trying to get to we chop up hot topics, and I found this clip. It's from a podcast called Hard or Soft, because it's in our culture, Black men don't talk openly about sex enough. So on this podcast, they encourage Black men to do so. So this is us crossing into a different territory. So this guy is pansexual. He said that he can give himself fellatio and also give himself a little prostate stimulation. How do you ladies feel? Do you feel good?
I'm jealous. Yo, Grace the DJ, what up? I'm jealous. I was going to go more with the pansexual. I was talking to a girl a couple months ago. She said she pansexual. I thought that she was into like food sex. You know what I'm saying? So she had to explain to me what that was. But you know, I mean, if that's what he's doing, that's what he's doing. I just want to know, like, how well endowed is he where it could just fall in his mouth? You know what I'm saying? So that's my curiosity. Not exactly what he was doing, but how'd he do it?
You got to pay $500 for that.
Does he take cash app?
That nigga
What about
trolling.
you?
That nigga trolling. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. He would have to show me.
Yo, you wanna go half for
Okay,
that?
what about
500?
you, Miss
You wanna go
Fox?
half for that 500?
Um,
So
let's get to
Let's
Ashley, man. Let's
sorry.
get to
give him a
Ashley.
pack
Sorry,
of this
you
shit
gotta
like
be
that.
able to. You gotta have balance. We know that you are educated and you graduated at the top of your class, but you gotta also be able to talk because our audience. You're gonna help change their lives, and you're gonna help them with generational wealth. But right now, we just need to get your educated response to this: the pansexual life. Like, what's going on?
So one, I didn't even know that existed. So I learned something new here.
See?
But I mean, again, I'm a very free spirit. I think we're humans, however you want to get it how you live. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but as long as you're happy, it's fine with me.
Actually, me, you, and Babs could split that 500. You know what I'm saying? 125 a piece right now. Me, you, Miss Lissa, we can call.
No, I'm actually good. I'm good.
All right,
On
so
the
I'm
pansexual.
DM you after the show. Me, you, and Babs gonna split that 500 ways. I want to see this.
Yeah, we got to get his IG page. So this is crazy.
Now, let's just dab a little bit into our guest. We know that she came and she's like, wait a minute, what just
dab
happened?
into your guest. You can't dab into your guest after that topic. Hey,
we have to go.
I wasn't ready.
Because I felt it. So I'm like, I don't want to go keep with these orders before we even give her a proper introduction so she understands what her friend, her colleague, or whatever Mr. Barry is to you, what he threw you into. So welcome to Bacon and your audience. Welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. We are a show that is established in 2021, April. We chop up hot topics, dish the dirt, serve it raw, but we also have chit-chat topics where we help to just change people's perspectives. I am Miss Lissa. This is Lady Luck and Babs Bunny. I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with these ladies. Now, you, Miss Fox, we do want to have you talk to our audience a little bit about today's chit-chat topic, which is building generational wealth. So it was like, how do we teach our children what we don't know? A lot of us weren't taught about financial freedom and those type of things. So first, I want to allow you to take the floor and let everyone know who you are and how you're going to help us.
So my name is Ashley Fox. From Philadelphia. I currently live in New York City. Howard grad. Worked on Wall Street. My job was to keep rich people rich. So if you had at least $25 million, we were in your bank accounts, managing your money, everything. Realize that for something we use every day, like you're talking about, we're not taught in our school system. You're not taught how to manage money, how to buy a house, how to invest your money, but we are phenomenal at spending money. Realize that you shouldn't have to work on Wall Street, major in finance, to learn these and get access to these tools and resources. So I said, I'm going to leave my Wall Street job and I'm going to create something that gives the world what Wall Street won't give them. I'm going to focus on the 99% Wall Street overlooks. So I left my job in 2013, built this company called Empify, which is the word empower and modify merged together. And what we do is create financial education programs, tools, resources. We have a Wealth Builders community app to essentially give you the tools and resources you need to effectively build wealth, no matter where you are, how much money you have, the color of your skin, the mistakes you made in the past. Because again, if billionaires can get rich during the pandemic and the wealth gap can get bigger, we got to find a way to get money with the millionaires and billionaires that we essentially are keeping rich. And so my job is to literally give the world what I got exposed to in a language that they can understand and receive it.
Yeah, I mean?
Yes. Now, I'm going to say this real quick. I've always say, like, we know more than what our parents know. And, so our parents, we didn't learn that because they weren't taught that. You know what I mean? And a lot of times they started to learn later on in life. A lot of people didn't even have life insurance policies. You know what I mean? And so now we have so much information at our hands because my father stressed me. The biggest thing was get a city job. Get a government job, get your diploma, and then go get a city job. I said, a city job? I'm Diddy. What you talking about? I'm out in these streets, homie. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that.
What would you say are the keys to financial freedom? Like, if you could give, like, just so people could, like, take some notes, some tips.
So first, I would change that. I don't really like saying financial freedom because the opposite of freedom is being enslaved. Okay. So if we're not free, does that mean that we're enslaved? And sometimes we think it's the world that's out to get us when it's our minds that actually have to change. So I think we deserve financial ease, the ability to have money, have the flexibility to do the things that we want to do, whatever it is our heart desires. But the first thing I would say is you got to let go of old narratives. Like how you mentioned, you know, my dad told me you get a government job, you get a pension. That's just an old way of thinking. We got to let go of our parents' narratives. We got to let go of what society says Black and brown people represent and look like, because we have a $1.6 trillion buying power and we're on track to have a zero net worth by 2053. We can prevent those things from happening if we stop focusing on spending. And so I would say one of the paths to do that is you guarantee you're decreasing your net worth by always spending money. But what if you could own a piece of the company that you always give your money to? Because it's not that we don't have money. We just aren't taught what to do with it until we do what we're used to doing. Wealthy people invest. Wealthy people pay themselves. The moment we make money, we pay our landlord, we pay our cell phone bill, we give everybody else our money, and they get rich, and then we wonder why the rich stay rich, yet we're conditioned, not again, for whether it's society, from your upbringing, from the school system. We live in a system that is literally forcing us to be mentally enslaved. But I think the first thing is having the awareness, like, hey, regardless of how I grew up, regardless of what I'm taught, I can rewire my brain and create my tomorrow. And most people don't realize that we have the pen to our life, and I think it's about time we just pick it up. But again, the biggest thing is I need you to start buying and owning the things you're constantly spending your time, money, and energy on, without a doubt.
Yes. Exactly. And then, you know, when I be speaking to people about investing, a lot of people like us, you know, they're scared. They like, oh, well, I'm scared of losing my money. I'm like, but you lose it every day. You invest in something with a zero return. You know you're getting, when you go buy them bottles of Henny, you're not getting any return. There's no possibility of a return. Like you said, you're paying rent all the time. When you look at, let's just say, oh, my rent is $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. And you're helping that person who owns that building with their investment, because they took the risk and made the investment. And now you up in there helping them. And so the number one thing I try to tell people is not to be scared, because people are scared of losing, but you losing every day. When I see 50 pairs of sneakers in your closet with your Gucci belts on, and you popping bottles online, you buying all of this bud, and it's just, but you scared to invest.
Right.
You scared? You don't even have life insurance, my guy.
You know, so funny about that, like everybody in New York City who's smoking weed and love to smoke weed right now, and it's legal. I would tell y'all there's a couple companies on the rise that you can invest in, and the prices are very cheap right now. But into the future, because I have financial advisors who tell me, and I don't listen to them, and then I kick myself in the head later on. But definitely, there are tons of weed companies that you can invest in if you like smoking weed so much. She's absolutely right. You
can invest in yourself, because it's like up to like 3 ounces you can have without getting in trouble. So
not that type of investment, Miss Lissa.
You better invest. You better go get them.
No, you could buy weed stocks.
Yeah,
some of the cannabis companies. Yeah, you can buy weed stocks.
Investing in the companies, because they make it hard for us to get our license to open up our own dispensaries. They want so much money for this certificate. They make it very hard. But what's not hard is you investing, and don't be scared, because you losing it every time you buy Shorty that eighth. Every time Shorty asks you for $40, like, yeah,
give her that $40.
Like, no,
give her that $40.
No, because she ain't gonna invest it either. That's why
you don't know. You don't know what she's gonna do. Black women have the most entrepreneurship.
Yeah, wow. Go ahead.
Now, something I did for myself, I got myself this book for Christmas. It's called Think and Grow Rich. So that's a part of investing in myself. We have to spend more time reading and just getting more informed. And that's why we're so thankful to have you here, Miss Fox. Now, do you have any tips for somebody who's not, whose financial situation is not stable? Maybe they're living check to check. Maybe, they're an entrepreneur that doesn't have a stable situation. How can they start working on having a savings account or investing?
So I would say one, saving is for squares, not millionaires. Right now, the savings account interest rate is 0.001. I don't know if you guys bought gas, groceries, food, clothes. Prices are up. Inflation is 7%. So if you're putting your money in a savings account and you're getting less than 1%, but prices are going up 7%, you don't even have enough to accommodate your lifestyle. And that's inflation. So what most people don't know is when the government gave out all these stimulus checks, that wasn't free money. You're actually now paying for it because prices are now rising. So that's the first thing. We got to let go of the fact that saving is you think about it. You cannot save your way to financial freedom, and you can't work your way there. We all know somebody who works really, really hard and still doesn't have a lot of money. We all know people who may save or they tell you to save, but they don't have a bunch of money. In order to build wealth in America, and I love that you bought that book, there's only two ways to truly build wealth. You have to invest in yourself and or somebody else's business idea. So you got to invest in your idea or somebody else's business idea. That's it. And sometimes not everybody, I mean, I started my business. I got kicked out of my apartment. I had maxed out credit cards, negative bank accounts. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's not easy, right? And so not everybody wants to do that. And that's not to discredit anybody with a job. I think everybody should search for happiness. But if in fact you're going to have a job and you're not going to create that business, you have to start owning stock in somebody else's idea. Apple is now worth $3 trillion, the largest company in the world. It costs more to buy an iPhone than it does to buy stock in Apple. And we don't, and then we like you said, we think that we're scared. We think we're going to lose money. The stock market is up more than it is down. The stock market was up 27% last year. How much did your savings accounts pay you? How did your job give you a 27% raise? Did your sales grow by 27%? During a time the world was falling apart, rich people got richer, and they got richer because their stock prices got higher because we were giving all our money to these companies. And so I think it's just rewiring our brain. Saving came from our parents. You know why everybody tells you to save? Because a bank makes money off the money you put in a savings account. When you put your money in a savings account, it does not sit there. The bank takes it and they loan it to people who are getting houses, who want credit cards, who want car loans. They charge you less than 1%, but they'll charge you 20% on your credit card. They'll charge you 6% on a loan you take out with the bank. So why is it okay that the bank can invest their money, but we're afraid? And I think, again, it's not that we are in a bad position. We've just been told a story that we believe. And a belief, literally a belief is just a thought you told yourself over and over and over again. Like there's multiple religions. Which one is the best religion? It's just a thought you told yourself. So if we have a belief that we're going to lose money, maybe we should change our mindset around it. And maybe we shouldn't be trying to find a next quick flip. Maybe we should buy and invest in these billion-dollar businesses that run this country. And the majority of the time, you're the customer of that company.
You know, speaking of that, right quick, and I got some questions for you. There's a story in the Bible. Don't quote me on it, but this is how it went. A father had gave his 3 sons some money to go, you know, and go flip. And one of the kids, he went and buried the money. And the other 2 brothers, they went out and invest. So when it was time for them to come back, the one brother, he like doubled the money. The other brother, he tripled the money. The other brother, he just gave the money back that he buried, and the father was disappointed in him. So, you know, and of course we heard the story maybe once or twice, but the whole bottom line is like, you got to take this money. You can't be scared to go and invest, you know, and exactly, Ashley is right. My new company, Pure View V, you guys can invest in that. Okay, so I have 2 questions for you. One, what is your strategy for 2022?
From an investing perspective?
Yes.
All right, so I got 2 strategies. One, so there's 2 types of stocks that I like. I like growth stocks, and so growth stocks are like fast-moving companies. So let's think of a growth stock like Lil Baby. He's popping, he has high potential, he's on the rise, right? Then you got dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are companies that make money, and then they give you a bonus, which is called a dividend, every single quarter. Those are like the Jay-Z's of the world. Stable, they don't grow as fast, but consistently growing, and you know that they're going to be profitable, and you get cash flow every time. So companies like Apple, like a Walmart, like a Microsoft, those old money companies. For me, I want to get to a space where my dividend income is giving me $10,000. Every share you buy of a company, they give you a certain percentage, like literally every share. And when you compare what a dividend stock gives you compared to a savings account, is way more money. Like, for example, Verizon. I just saw, if you buy stock in Verizon, less than $100, Verizon gives you almost 5% on every share you own. So look at it like buying a property. You're buying a property in a suburban neighborhood. The value of the property is not going to go high, but you got a great tenant that always pays you rent on time. Dividend stocks are the same way. The price might not go really, really high, but you're getting cash flow on a consistent basis, right? Now, a growth stock is like buying a property in a gentrified or in the hood. That's going to be gentrified. Not the best right now, but has high potential. And so for me, I want to be able to still have that consistency, but I also still want to bank on some of these companies that I think are changing the world. So like, for example, fintech, right? Banks are trying to figure out how to keep up with the Squares and PayPals of the world, right? You got this whole metaverse thing. What companies are getting into the metaverse? Mark Zuckerberg built social media, and now he's saying, cool, I'm about to build some other thing that you've never even heard of, and I'm going to just try this out, and I think I'm going to have 1 billion people on this platform. He did it one time. Maybe we can trust that he can do it again, but as we can see, there's no other company larger than Facebook and social media. And if you try to dominate and compete with Facebook, he either buys you or he steals your stuff, like he's trying to do with TikTok, and like he did with Snapchat. So in my mind, I like to buy big. I don't go looking for what's the up and coming company. Like, I like rock solid. I like to wake up knowing that my company is still going to be there. Like, I own stock in Apple. Apple's going nowhere. And I have no desire, no offense to anybody, to get an Android. I'm a loyal Apple customer. Loyal. So in my mind, if Apple's worth $3 trillion because Ashley Fox is a loyal customer, I don't understand why am I giving my money to Apple when I can't get money with Apple. Because when they make money and their stock price rises, my stock price rises. So I'm more of a buy, hold, let these companies work their magic, and then sell some of my gains and travel the world with the money and do whatever else I want to do. But I'm not like looking for the pennies. I like solid business. Buy a stock, you're not buying a price. You're buying a company. You're becoming part owner of a business. And the more shares you buy, the bigger your ownership stake. And so for me, I like rock solid. Like, you got to have money in your account. I like you to be profitable. But again, the Apples of the world, the Microsofts of the world, like, that's the game that I play.
Now, does Apple affect your dating? Because we talked about that a couple of episodes ago. Like, will you date a man with green bubbles? So you care? do you care about that?
In the beginning, you might get judged a little, but again, everybody is who they are based off of their experience. No judgment. If I love you, I love you. I can say I've never really fell in love with anybody with an Android, but
yeah,
I think I did.
I am dead.
Now, I just wanted to get that opinion. So we want to talk briefly. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lady Luck.
How do you feel about cryptocurrency?
So you're talking to somebody who comes from Wall Street. I think cryptocurrency is changing the world. I think it's very risky. So if we're talking to beginners and you're scared to buy a stock, then you damn sure better be scared to buy cryptocurrency, because it's a totally different ballgame. But I do believe it's changing the world. And so I do own crypto, but I own the #1 players. I'm not trying to find the one that they're talking about on Instagram. And I think it goes from us not having a lot of money, that we're always trying to look for the quick flip. When you think of the billionaires in the world, they didn't make a quick flip. Wealth is having money generation after generation. Rich is having a lot of money right now. And so for me, I don't look for quick flips. I look for longevity. And so I do invest in crypto, but I don't look for the up and coming cryptos that everybody's talking about. I want the ones that are changing the game, that will sustain themselves even when all of these other ones fall apart. But I'm not even gonna act like I'm an expert. I'm learning, but again, it's an evolving industry that is changing the world. And I feel like it will continue to change the world, but you got to be very cognizant of that, because it's more of a gamble. When it's different buying a cryptocurrency than buying stock in Apple. Like, Apple, you can validate. Cryptocurrency, you can't. And so
again, were you locked into the #1 crypto company in the beginning, or were you skeptical?
No, I was never
invested
skeptical.
Once they were the #1.
No, so once they evolved. You wait. No, again, you can't come to me like, hey, I got this new stock idea. You heard about this? You should buy this. It's like, especially when it comes from people who haven't been doing this for a long time. You got Kim on the front steps telling you to go buy a cryptocurrency, yet she don't even have a bank account because she sees it on the internet. And so when it comes from reputable sources, yes, I take heed to it. But when you got it off the internet and you're excited because you saw the person on social media made a bunch of money, I run a whole business too. So like, I don't have a lot of time to trade. I'm an investor. I don't trade all day, every day. I buy, I hold, I want the longevity. I want, when I'm 40 years old, for my investments to cover my kids' lifestyle. And so that's kind of the outlook that I have.
All right, and my next question, what platforms do you trade off of? What do you use to trade?
So I use E-Trade. So I just recently opened, so I have 2, I just opened another one. I like my dividend stocks, so my passive income stocks, to be in one account, and then my growth stocks to be in another. So I use TD Ameritrade. and I use E-Trade. My niece, she's 4, and for those of you who are parents, I have an account for her with this company called Stockpile, and Stockpile lets you buy pieces of shares. So if you want to buy stock in Amazon, that's $3,000, but you only have 100, you can buy $100 worth of Amazon. But Stockpile, I've done this a lot. I've never seen an account that is more user savvy and easy to use. So Stockpile is like a coloring book for investors. So if you get very overwhelmed, Stockpile is very easy to use. And if you have a children, your child can have an account, their own login, they can buy their stocks. But like Stockpile uses pictures, so it's a lot easier to use. So we use Stockpile for my niece as well.
It's like Dr. Seuss for stocks.
Can I ask you a question as an investor? Do you gamble? Like,
no.
You know, so you don't gamble.
No,
okay.
And you should never look at investing like gambling. Like, let's just say my company's called Empify. If I ask everybody to say, look, we're about to raise capital. We need to hire staff, grow infrastructure, and reach millions of people. We need access to money. In exchange for you giving money, I'll give you a piece of ownership of my company. Before, then let's just say I'm raising $10,000, and you guys say, cool. Between us, we got $10,000. We're gonna own a piece of your company. Before you give me that money, assuming everything is legit, what questions are you gonna ask me about my business? Because you're not just gonna give me $10,000. There's things you wanna know about my business. And so the way you would look at investing in your homie's business is the same way you would look at investing in a stock. Are you profitable? Who is running this company? Who is your customer? You have to know these things because you're not gambling. I'm not taking a chance on Apple. I'm making sure Apple hits their numbers. Every September, Apple releases a new phone because they know holiday season, you're going to go crazy. Apple's very strategic, but it's like, Apple, I need you to keep making money. If I find that Apple's revenues are dropping, that's a red flag to an investor. So in my mind, I don't gamble. I'm banking on the growth of an actual company, not just trying to flip my money. And again, because people look at the price. Don't look at the price. Look at the tangible asset that's attached to the price. That's what you're really buying.
That's
okay,
right.
Now, have you heard of these apps, Bigo and Miko? Have you heard of those apps?
No.
Okay. So, you know, it's these apps you should look into it, not as an investor. I just wanted to see what you thought about it. Like, you know, it's these apps that, you know, that they have online now where you could actually go up there and just trade with whoever. Like, Tamika from up the block, if she got $100, we could go up there and trade and flip that money between each of us. And they pay you for going live. The people who own the app, they pay you to do that, to be on the app, to trade on this app, and to go live for a certain amount of hours per month. So anybody that's out there that's looking to make some extra money, you know, on the side, y'all need to look into it. You can hit the link in my bio, you know what I'm saying? It will take you to Miko. I am an agent over there. And so at the end of the day, you know, you're not gonna, you know, make $1 million overnight, but, you know, you can flip some money.
So how do people sign up for your programs?
Before you sign up for a program, I would say watch my free class. I just did a class a couple days ago. So if you go to empify.link/stocks replay, so EMP.
Somebody put that in the text for us.
Barry, put that in the box, baby.
So we could
I'll put it in empify.link stocks replay. So it's about.
I'm gonna hit you up for sure.
I am too. I just followed you because definitely want to get more education on financial. What did you say? Financial ease. Yes.
There you go.
Baby.
Financial security, financial
It's the terms. Now, as we're as you're posting so that Luck can pin it, I do want to get everyone's opinion on this topic. It's a podcast called Fit and Fresh, in which a man is discussing his preference, and he's saying that his preference isn't Black women. And I just want to get your opinions on what he's saying.
When it comes to dating and your personal preferences, no one bats an eye. When women say, I want a man that's 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah, 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 those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey, man, I don't date Black girls like that. Oh, God.
You hate Black women.
How dare you?
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
My mom's Black. Your mom's Black.
Yeah.
My sister's Black. Like, bro, we just have a preference.
If we hated Black women, would we bring African American?
Okay, well, I don't know what happened. Let me tell you something about that show. I saw another clip where Asian doll was on the show, I believe sometime this week. and he was being disrespectful to another young lady of color, and Asian Doll, she got up. She was like, "You being real mean," and he was rude to Asian Doll as well, and she got up and she left. And I want to say, regardless of what your preference is or whatever it is, to single out a group of people and say it in that connotation, the way you did it, it's like, it's beyond disgusting, but it shows your hate that you have for these women, especially if you go, well, my mom's black and this is black, and you know, I don't want to date black women, and especially they have a huge platform, which is annoying, you know, because they treat these black women like this. I don't know if you saw Academics was on their show as well, and that is the tone that they set on this show, you know. And like, I just feel like you don't have to single out a group of people. If that's not your taste, if that's not your preference, then you could just keep it moving, but don't try to you know, demote the mothers of the earth. You know, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing, simply put. But these guys are very disrespectful to women of color, and I do not support their podcast. And you know, I don't wish no bad on them, but I have some thoughts that I'll just keep clean for Instagram. But they're very disgusting podcasts with the way that they treat women of color.
Oh yeah, well, that was disgusting to me as well. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of guys out there. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of these black men treating black women the way that they do. Not all, but you know, some of them. And it's disgusting. I should feel safe and loved around black men. And that's just how I feel. And the fact that I can't, it's crazy. I was just telling somebody that the other day, like, you know, I should be able to walk in my hood at 2, 3 in the morning and feel safe, because this is my hood. It's black men. What, a black man gonna let somebody harm me? What is going on here? But at the end of the day, the shit is crazy. But it's a lot of people like that who, you know, they feel like oh, my mother's black, my sister's black. Okay, like, nah.
Ashley, you want to weigh on it before we get out of here?
It probably would be something that I would watch. But I think how people treat each other is a reflection of how they see themselves. And like you said, like, if in fact it's so much hate, it's just like, why are you so angry? Who hurt you? Because in all actuality, we all are people. And I think, I don't know, to me, it's just like, I feel like people like that need a hug because they're hurting inside. For you to be so angry, to be so malicious, to be so hurtful towards other people, men or women, it's a reflection of how you see yourself as a person. People treat you on the external, what they feel on the internal. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like something that I would watch. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but also be cognizant too. Triggering people and getting people the same way we're talking about it and we're angry. This is technically marketing, so it might be a strategy of theirs to intentionally say those types of things to trigger people to get people to listen to what they say, whether they agree with it or not too.
Well, I'm tired of people building their platforms
Right.
off the backs of black and brown people. All right, so tell the people how to find you right quick before we get out of here. Thank you for joining the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Make sure you guys follow her _Ashley M. Fox, and tell the people where to find everything.
So you go to empify.com, empify.com. We teach kids, we teach adults. If in fact you are ready to start learning about stocks on a beginner level, empify.link/stocks replay, STOCKS replay is there. It's up for you. Watch it at your own discretion. Let me know if you have questions. If you want to email me, info@empify.com.
Well, I need to holler at you. I need some one-on-ones. You know, a lot of times clicking on links could get boring to me. You know, I need some one-on-one time. I'm a DM you to see how I can make that happen. I know you're busy, but we're gonna try to figure it out and see how we could make. I need my one-on-one classes.
Yes, and Bacon, Egg, and Cheese does have a page. It's at BEC. Yes, definitely, and we appreciate our guests for pulling up. Miss Lissa, any closing words or remarks?
First of all, I just want to apologize. We're going to come against the bad Wi-Fi today. And I do want to say thank you to today's guest. I feel like we got so many great gems from you, Miss Ashley. Like, how do people, like, I know I already followed you, but how do people get in contact with you? Did she already did that?
Yeah, we did.
All right, well, I don't have anything to say other than support a Black woman doing Black things. If you are in the New York area, I'm going to be doing stand-up comedy on Saturday in Harlem at a spot called Harlem Nights. It's on 138th and 7th Avenue. You can also go to my website in the meantime, in between time, MissLissaKnows.com. Here it is right here, baby. These sunglasses, this sweatsuit, so much more. Go see, check it out. Enter the code Ashley, and you're gonna save some cashly, baby. She gonna help you with this financial discount.
Yo,
I know
real
she
quick,
said don't spend some money, but we're gonna move the dollar around the Black community 3,000 times. Okay?
That's right.
Let's
Shout out
do
to
it.
K Goddess in the comments, Pinkville, Hookah in the comments, Brina
Hey,
B.
Goddess, what's good?
Everybody. Yeah, she said she'll come, and I just want to give a shout out to everybody who bought badges today. Appreciate y'all and love and support. We're gonna say Short Sexy, You Love Lee, Hussein, Tasha Thompson, Brina Beach, Lucky Church, Missy Long, and we are the BEC Show. Thank you for tuning in. We are back Friday, same place, same time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
Yo, what is you waiting for?